guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. My name is Michelle and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the content that is on this channel. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 productivity tips and tools that are going to help you maximize your week. But before we get into them, please do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Now, first things first, if you follow me on my social media platforms, particularly Instagram and Twitter, you know that I am all about productivity and just making sure that you maximize your time that you have been given so that you can achieve your goals and do everything that you've said that you wanted to do. And one of the biggest conversation that we've been having on all the different social media platforms is just making sure that we basically take these 6 months that are left of this year and just rock and maximize them, so that by the end of the year, when we're looking at the goals and dreams and things that we said we wanted to do, we can actually just be like, you know what, we did well and we actually did follow through and we achieved all those things. So that is super important for you to realize. I have noted these tips for you guys down, so if you are somebody that definitely writes things down, this is perfectly the great time for you to do that. So without actually wasting any time, let's actually get into these tools. The first one that I think is super important for you to be able to maximize your week is to have a morning routine. Okay, now let me just clarify and say that when we talk about morning routines, we're not saying that be part of the 5 a.m. club. I am not part of the 5 a.m. club. We're not saying that, like, you know, just go with whatever wave that everybody's on, but carve a routine for yourself that just makes it so much easier. So to give you an example, I used to find myself slacking a lot when I would wake up in the morning and just like pull my laptop through in bed and start working. I used to find that my days actually are shorter and I'm not that productive because I just feel like I'm still in bed and I'm not kind of, you know, working like I should on my own business and all the things that I need to do. And then I decided to try something new. So what I decided to do, and I mean this, like, you don't have to wake up at 5 or 6, whatever time you wake up that makes you feel like you have maximized your day is perfectly fine for you. So what I started doing is I started waking up, and as soon as I opened my eyes, I jump out of bed and go take a shower. That has been such a game changer, you guys. Like, just waking up in the morning, taking a shower, and then actually dressing up. And by dressing up, I don't mean like putting makeup on and da. Sometimes it's just like looking neat, looking smart, putting on my sweatpants and, you know, like a tracksuit or whatever the case is, but something that's clean and that's fresh, putting on that perfume, just like feeling fresh, or just like feeling fresh in the morning has been my saving grace, because something about that makes me feel like I'm actually starting my day. And then that keeps me quite motivated, because while I'm showering, my thought process is, okay, cool, here's what, you know, my to-do list is A, B, C, D. I need to be doing this and this and this and this and this and that. So that is something that is super helpful. But you can only sit down and look for ways that, you know, makes that thing so much easier for you. What is it for you? I know some people wake up in the morning and they read a book. I tweet every single morning, start your day with God, because that's my thing. Literally, when I get up, sometimes before I jump out of bed, I literally just like meditate on a scripture, read a scripture, or just do a silent prayer, but just make sure that I've started my day with God. Some people wake up and go to gym and then read and then eventually shower. Whatever that morning routine is for you, you need to understand that it is super helpful to allow you to be productive. And you also need to understand that if you don't have a stable morning routine, you're basically just going to let things get in the way. And what I found when I actually didn't have a morning routine in place was that even if, like, I wake up, right, and I'm still lingering in bed, I pull my laptop, it's easy for me to go and be on Instagram and go and be on Twitter, or just like scroll through stuff, and then before I know it, I've spent 2 hours in bed saying that I'm up and I'm working, but I'm not. I'm basically on my social media platforms, and then that would be a day, like time out of my day that's actually wasted. Then I'm like, why am I wasting this much time out of my day when I could actually be doing more to get myself to the next level? So it is important that you sit down with yourself and carve out what that morning routine actually is for you, because I think when you do that, it becomes so much easier for you to run with it, because you know what makes you feel motivated. I feel super motivated when I'm feeling clean, when I'm feeling great. Like this morning when I woke up, I was like, you know what, let me put on my makeup and let me film. Just the act of getting ready and putting my makeup on makes me just feel like, you know what, I'm doing something, and it motivates me to actually do more. So that is something super important that you can actually start carving for yourself in order to maximize your week and be super productive. And the second tip is plan your day the night before. This is super key. So the reason why sometimes we can actually linger in bed, it's because we're trying to figure out what do I need to get done today? We basically don't have a plan of what it is that needs to get done today. So what I've started doing is I literally, and sometimes you can note it down, sometimes you can just literally plan it out. Guys, we've got phones that have like notes apps, right? You can literally go on there and type the things that, like, key things that you need to get done tomorrow. Planning things the day before allows you to wake up knowing that you're on a mission. It's like if you are employed, right, and you've got a job, you know that I'm waking up and going to work. You're not like, you don't wake up in the morning and decide, am I going to work today? Am I not going to work today? And what we do mostly as entrepreneurs, as hustlers or self-employed people, whatever the case is that because we don't plan, we actually don't get anything done. So therefore, our businesses do not go anywhere, mainly because you are just lingering and you're just waiting to remember what to do or to remember the next step. But if you sit down and you plan what you need to do the night before, when you wake up in the morning, it's either because you know that if you say that you need to make that call at X place at 8 o'clock, you need to make sure that you ideally awake before 8 and you're ready before 8 so that you can make that call. Do you guys get what I mean? It just kind of helps you know the flow of your day and be in control of the flow of your day, because once you also have that, imagine this, as a self-employed person, this used to be quite a huge thing, and I'm going to do a video about this another time. And that's that when you are, running your own business, your family just feels like you've got all the time in the world. So when you wake up in the morning not knowing what you do, and then your mom calls you in the morning, or a family member says, hi, I need to go this and this and this and this, can you please just like drop me off there, or can you just kindly collect this for me? Because you don't have a plan for your day, you are going to be caught into other people's plans, and then before you know it, you're feeling so guilty because you're just like, I did not do anything today. Of course, darling, you did not do anything today because you did not have a plan to do anything. So other people made plans for you to do something for them. And that is something that is super important, that you need to realize that it is not safe, it is not healthy, and it's not going to let you have a productive week. And especially as a business owner, it's not going to take you anywhere. So you need to actually just make sure that you have a plan for your day the night before. And then the third one is have a to-do list. I preach about to-do lists all the time, okay? I am like to-do list queen. And let me tell you something. Don't make rituals out of to-do lists. And I think this is what overwhelms a lot of people. The fact that you need to like make a ceremony and you need to sit and then you need to know down and you need to think deep about your life. It is literally not that deep. The best way I've learned how to do a to-do list is using my phone. And what I do is, throughout the day, if I'm doing stuff and I'm like, okay, cool, maybe I need to also fix that, or I need to call that person, I need to do A, B, C, D. What I then do is I just grab my phone throughout my day and I start noting down those things. I literally carve my to-do list the day before, because I know I'm like, okay, cool, I'm not going to get a chance to do this today, but I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow. And that has helped me so much, because instead of literally trying to sit and remember everything and trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do tomorrow? I don't have to waste that much energy. I can literally just play out those things as time goes, right? Which is super important. Again, there's nothing wrong with sitting the night, before you go to bed as you're planning for your day, like the second point that we shared. And then you just start putting together a to-do list for yourself, saying, okay, cool, so what did I do today? These are the things that I did. What do I need to do tomorrow? Da, da, da. And what you realize about to-do list is that once you have a to-do list, it's so much easier for you to sit today, or tonight rather, with today's to-do list and say, okay, this is what I imagine I wanted to do and I did 80% of them, so I'm going to move the other 20% to tomorrow. What else do I need to do tomorrow? And then you start working that out. But you basically are working with yourself and you're organizing your life to actually get things done. I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's something so fulfilling about ticking boxes, something so fulfilling about doing something, about like just realizing that I said I was going to do that and then I did it. I love that for myself, and I think that it's just a good recipe for success and just maximizing your week. So please have to-do lists. I have, I think, 2 videos on this channel talking about to-do lists. I'm going to link them down below and put them up here as well. If you don't know how to do to-do lists, or you need a bit of help on how to do to-do lists, I think these videos are going to be so helpful for you. So definitely watch those videos. But to-do lists are key, you guys. They have saved me so much in just getting a bit of direction for my day, for my weeks, for my months, and everything else. So I highly recommend that you invest in those. So the fourth and the last point is prepare your mindset, feed your mind. The other thing that I have picked up in terms of productivity is that it's so much harder to try to get your body to the game when your mind is not in the game. I don't know if you've ever had like down days where you're just not okay, you don't feel great, like mentally you're not in the right space. It just becomes so much harder to like literally like get every other thing come to the right space. And what I have realized that actually works for me is trying to get my mind in the game first. And how do I get my mind in the game? I read the right books, I listen to the right sermons, I watch the right YouTubers. I have different conversations with myself. I read my word, I pray. Those things are big catalysts in terms of having my mind in the right space and just making sure that my head is in the game. The reason why I tweet "Start your day with God" every single morning is because that for me has become such a great recipe of just feeling more empowered and feeling together and centered with myself. And that is how I prepare my mindset for my day, is I literally air out all the negative energy through prayer, and then I invite all the great energy. Sometimes there's meditations that you can definitely do for this, but there is a lot of things that you can actually participate in that feed your mind. And once your mind is fed, it's just so much easier for you to begin to get your body and all the other things into the game. It's, for instance, like if you're a trainer or let's say an athlete, right? One of the biggest things that they talk about the most is trying to get your mind in the game. If you tell your mind that your mind can run whatever kilometers per hour or whatever meters per hour, your body will have no choice than to abide to what your mind is actually telling you to do. And that's the thing with productivity, that's the thing with life. Your body or your emotions will really just come through from where your mind is saying it can do. And then the biggest question is, what are you feeding your mind? And if you're struggling with productivity and feeling like at the end of the week you haven't done much, you've wasted so much time, the big question you need to ask yourself is, what's happening in your mind? What are you feeding your mind? Because chances are you're not feeding your mind anything at all. So you're just letting everybody else's issues and every other thing cloud your mind, that you're not freeing your mind enough to have space to be fed, and to be fed with things that are going to be super, super, super beneficial for you and the productivity that you want. Now, with all these 4 points that I've shared in this video, what I really want you to realize is that being busy is not being productive. I want you to really understand that. I did a video a few days ago where I shared with you guys about, my hustle harder journey, and how I just realized that just being busy and being in the busyness rut of being an entrepreneur is not really the life that I want to lead, and it doesn't necessarily mean or call my productivity. But being efficient is being productive. And how do you become efficient? You need to then measure what you're doing. You need to be able to get your head in the game. You need to have a plan. You need to do to-do lists. You need to have a routine, and those things are the things that I've found give me so much freedom in my life and in my day, in feeling like I don't have too much pressure to get things done. I don't have too much pressure because it's a Friday and I'm just like, I haven't done anything and I feel like a loser, and because what you don't realize is when you beat yourself up because you didn't do stuff, beating yourself up does not help you get better. It's like literally like beating anybody else up does not help them get better. And what you need to do is you need to give yourself the love, the TLC, and at the same time be able to be very honest with yourself and begin to start putting together strategies and things that are going to help you be able to make that change in your life, so that you can actually have a productive week, month, years, and whatever the case is. Another actually bonus tip that I'm going to share with you guys that I do quite often is I plan my week in advance. So when I do my to-do list on a daily, I already know what needs to get done this week, and I'm just basically planning it out through my day. So okay, I can do this on Monday, this on Tuesday, but usually on Sunday I get to sit down and kind of look at my week overall, think about what are the things that I want to achieve, what are the things that I actually want to get done, how can I get done this better, and all those things for me have been super beneficial and have really helped me get the results that I actually need. So I really hope that this video has been fruitful for you, and I also hope rather that these steps are going to be helpful for you, and they're going to help you carve routines and plans that actually work for you, and they're just going to help you be productive. And I want you to know that we are here for you, and we're here to win, you guys. We're really here to just maximize the year and just make sure that we nail those dreams, nail those goals, and rock. That's it. We want to look towards the end of the year and really just make sure that we've done what we needed to do because we said we were going to do it, and not because of anything else, but because we said we're going to do it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.